Hey guys, I have a brand new item for us to review today on the channel. It is the Paula Deen 15-piece speckled cookware set. This is going to be our replacement for the previous Pioneer Woman speckled cookware set that we had from 2 years ago. So we purchased this one just to kind of replace it as our general use cookware for our non-stick uses. Now, this will be pretty much a direct competitor as far as price point, pieces, quality and finish I expect it to be. In this video I'm going to go over the general look and feel as far as also what pieces are included in this set and my overall verdict on the quality and construction. We will also be doing a egg test to see how the non-stick performs, and without further ado, let's get started. So moving into what pieces you get with the set, as you can see here, you get a 1-quart saucepan, a 2-quart saucepan, a 3.5-quart deep pan, which they call a chicken frying pan, 2 skillets, one is a 8-inch and the other one is a 9.5, as well, and a 5.5-quart stock pot / Dutch oven, whatever you want to call it. These are a non-stick aluminum cookware set with the stay cool handles, and this color is called butter, which is adorable. I don't know if you can tell in this picture, but it has a beautiful little speckle and it's a nice little two-tone. So depending on your feelings for speckled cookware, the color yellow and Paula Deen, this set may have varying effects for you. Now, I will say my overall feeling of the cookware originally is that it reminds me a lot of the Pioneer Woman speckled cookware set. Now, this came out before, technically, the Pioneer Woman set did, but due to things with Paula Deen, this cookware line was pulled from stores a long time ago and has only recently been available as far as I can tell. And so we were able to score it at an excellent deal. So we thought, why not go ahead and test it out? And I love the color yellow, so this set was a must-have for me. Now I will say all the pieces to me feel pretty good. The only piece I feel like is pretty lightweight is this little skillet. But as you can see, it has the beautiful enamel coating, but it just feels really lightweight. Like, and my only fear is that you have an egg in here. Like, see how it does? Like, if you don't sit it like right on the burner, it'll kind of do that rocking back and forth thing. Which, admittedly, my burners are not the greatest for most pans, and since it's so small, I think that's part of the reason it's having an issue. Now, I mentioned it was a 15-piece set, and you may be doing a count here looking at it saying that's like 10 pieces at most. Well, they're actually including a measuring spoon set. And as you can see here, you got your standard measuring spoons. They are like a composite material, but they're really sturdy, and I actually prefer this to the ceramic ones they included with the Pioneer Woman set. Because, like, you know, I can drop these and it'd be all right. Not chip or anything like that. But other than that, I think the set is great. I think the color is great. Now we're gonna do a non-stick test with the egg in the little egg pan over there. That little egglet pan right there. He knows who he is. So without further ado, let's get started with that. All right, guys, we are back. As you can see, I've got our little pan here. I've got our heat set to, we're gonna do about low to medium like they tell us to. We're gonna wait for our pan to get a little bit warm. And then we are going to fry us an egg in the meantime. What are you guys thinking of the color and everything? I really love the yellow, and I love the little bits of copper, so I am a fan all the way around. Now, I will say, only thing I'm not 100% crazy about is the Teflon interior, but they say it's like PFA, PTASD, all those other things free, so it should be fine, right? You know? But I mean, for that yellow speckled exterior, we will eat all the Teflon. All right, now I'm about to drop this egg in here. And I think I was a little early, but we will see how non-stick this egg actually is. this pan, not the egg, guys. I know that the egg's not non-stick, but the pan should be non-stick. It's always my favorite part whenever you watch the egg. As you can see, it starts to cook around the edges first. Now, I'm gonna get me a spatula, but don't take it as that I'm gonna let this pan get away with murder, because I'm not. Ooh, he's not quite ready. Now the thing I love is, like, you guys remember, whenever you get these eggs get cooking, now, if you have a favorite non-stick pan, please let me know in the comments below. If it's not one we've reviewed before, or maybe it's one I've reviewed before and I didn't like. So, you know, let me know if you guys actually liked it or not. If you guys have ever purchased any of the Pioneer Woman or the Paula Deen cookware sets, let me know in the comments below. Alright, so it is definitely not sticking. It's sticking more to my spatula than it is the pan. So that is a good sign. Non-stick. Look, guys. Now let's flip it over here. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever actually eaten an egg that was fried without oil or butter, but it is nasty. Like, how do y'all eat that? That's what I want to know. This is a legitimate question I have. So, it is not sticking. So, like, other than, like, you get little bits in the pan, but I mean, that's gonna come out. Now, if you guys have ever seen a non-stick pan, look, just like red copper. Woo! Pick up all those little bits. And then slide. Alright, let's take a look at the damage. Alright. So as you can see, it's got a little bits of stuff around the pan that are left over. But as you can see, whenever I was scooting around, like, it'll literally come off. So I think that the non-stick test was a success. Hey everyone, so I tied this in with my original review of the Paula Deen cookware, really because I kind of forgot to post it, almost 2 years ago, and I was going to do kind of like a speckled cookware face-off between it and the Pioneer Woman. We still may do that, but I just wanted to give kind of a, or not quite at 2 years, 2 years would be in, I think, May or June for this. But I kind of want to just give my overall review of the cookware. They still have this older model out. They just don't have the yellow anymore, which is kind of sad because this is my favorite color. So without further ado, we're going to kind of start with who's worn the most. So really that's been the main skillet here. So as you can see, interior is great. And I will say this is across the board for all of them, but I will say on the underside, so you can see, just to give you an idea, there's like a little bit of burn and stuff like that. I did clean these just like really good. Like there was like some burned food and stuff like that, but there's like a little bit of like that still on the bottom, but it looks great otherwise. Now, I will say the piece that kind of the reason I bought the set was this guy right here. And so this is the lidded saute pan. Now, I've seen some sets that have the helper handle, and I wish it kind of did, but it's honestly not large enough really to warrant that. And that being said, you know, really, it has, like, this is no joke, guys, almost 2 years. This is my everyday pan set, and the bottom of this one is basically perfect. Like, I'll zoom this in so you guys can see, and back to the inside. I mean, basically perfect. And, you know, it's kind of been my favorite pan of the entire set. I do love the handles, and I actually did have these hanging up in my other house. I had the 2 skillets and the little saucepan, which is so cute. just because, you know, they were super cute and I loved hanging them. Also made them super easy, you know, to hold whatever, like, you know, whatever I needed to do in cooking. They were right there. This is my, you know, kind of my beater set to replace the Pioneer Woman set, which, you know, is what it is. So now, this is kind of the most interesting thing, and I discovered a lot using this on some higher setting burners. So this pan, I mean, everything looks great. He's got a little few scratchies on the bottom. Also, let this be known, this cookware has never seen a dishwasher, nor will it ever see a dishwasher. Because I think, you know, dishwashers ruin nonstick cookware. That's what they do. And so the interesting thing on this one is, so I used my turbo burner on our gas range, and we got, let's see if I can get this so you can see it. I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of started to melt the handle. Now it's a fairly large output burner, and I had it up high, which I don't normally do, but I was just trying to get, you know, it's been kind of wonky, so I think there might actually be something wrong with the burner, but it started to melt the handle on the Paula Deen cookware to the point where it's kind of like bubbling, but you know, it's still usable. You know, they're like 100% like this like coated material, so that's not a big deal. So that all being said, but at the same time, like this one is like perfect other than the burned handle. Now I will say this set was like, I think 150 bucks, so it's a little bit more than the Pioneer Woman set. But it also came with these measuring spoons, which the measuring spoons are great. I will say the measuring spoons are something I use on the daily. They're these little plastic, like cream-colored measuring spoons. Like, they look like roosters. I'll probably grab them and stitch them in with this video for the final review. But yes, like, they were super great. And like, even the saucepans, like, I mean, again, basically perfect. And, you know, can't do much about that. You know, really, I think they're super cute. As you can see, they got the little handles. I like the handles the best. Honestly, this is the one where I'm kind of like, I don't really like the handles because they look a little funky. But I love the color. I've liked the cookware. The number one thing I would say with this cookware is that it's quite lightweight. You know, it's not very heavy duty, but for a daily cookware, you know, it's kind of perfect. Now, I will say with this cookware, I have hand washed. I've also used silicone utensils only. Like, I've not used any wood, not used any plastic, and I think that has extended the life of this cookware versus the Pioneer Woman or any other cookwares. Like I said, I do believe dishwashers and nonstick cookware do mess with that, so if you have said nonstick cookware, I would recommend hand washing it, and you know, it's gonna be nonstick for a long time. All right, fire. We're gonna put this on medium heat, let this warm up a bit, and then we'll toss in our egg. So like I said, you know, I've been really happy with the cookware overall. I think it has performed well. It is gorgeous. I love it so very much. And really, I mean, I don't really feel like there's any problems with it. You know what? I'm kind of impatient. Let's go ahead and toss this egg in. Ooh. So, you know, honestly, I'm kind of wondering how well it's going to do because I use oil all the time. I'm not one of those people who is just like, you know what, we don't need oil or butter. I have always added it to whenever I cook. So I am definitely not the poster child of healthy when it comes to using less oil and fat to cook. But I mean, you use less oil and fat than you would if you were using, you know, like cast iron or something like that. It would involve a lot more oil or butter. I mean, I can already tell it's not going to stick, and my reasoning is this edge. Like, you see that edge of that egg? Like, that is not going to stick whenever it cooks. So I'd like to do these like sunny side up because I think they look the best or the most impressive. So of course, that's what we have here today. So
So we're just gonna kind of watch the egg, make sure it cooks well. He's doing such a good job. So again, this is a 2-year-old pan. So like I said, I would be very impressed if it's still super non-stick. That always seems to like go away. Whenever you... Okay. Oh wow. Okay guys, he is not sticking. Oh my gosh, what a mess. I made it such a mess, Gail. This is why I don't cook pretty food. Well, I butchered this egg, but as you can see, like, I mean, no sticky residue. So, I mean, good job, Paula, good job. It's sticking more to the spatula than it is to the pan, which is always great. So, as you can see, okay, well, I would say egg test is a success, so thank you all for watching. If you'd like for me to review Paula Deen's new cookware that she just put out in butter, I 100% will. You barely even have to talk me into that. I'm always down for yellow cookware. So thanks for watching, and you will get to testing this egg.